Welcome back, brothers and sisters, to our Desire of Ages series. Hope you're well. Now, on our last episode, we had a look at John being acquainted with the events of Jesus, having not met him as yet. And we also see that when John sees Jesus, he realizes that Jesus is a person of character, because from looking at all the other people that came to be baptized, when he sees Jesus, he sees this awe-inspiring sort of aura around him, or this awe-inspiring sort of character, a holy presence, and he recognizes him straight away. And he then contemplates on, should I baptize you, you being the Son of God? Shouldn't you baptize me? So that's what we read in our next one. So we're reading from Desire of Ages 111, paragraph 1. So, as Jesus asked for baptism, John drew back, exclaiming, I have need to be baptized of thee, and comest thou to me? With firm yet gentle authority Jesus answered, Suffer it to be so now, for this it becometh us to fulfill all righteousness. And John, yielding, led the Saviour down to the Jordan, and buried him beneath the water. And straightway coming out of the water, Jesus saw the heavens opened, and the Spirit like a dove descending upon Jesus. Jesus did not receive baptism as a confession of guilt on his own account. He identified himself with the sinners, taking the steps that we are to take and doing the work that we must do. His life of suffering and patient endurance after his baptism was also an example to us. So what I want to stop there and sort of point out a couple of things again, brothers and sisters. So firstly, Jesus recognizes this sort of change in demeanor with John, because he recognizes Jesus to be the Savior of the world, the Son of God. So he doesn't rebuke John, but he says, John, what you're doing is absolutely good. Suffer it to be so for now, for thus it becometh us to fulfill all righteousness. So we ought to be baptized. So the baptism that Jesus went through was not for the wash away of sins, or to bury one's life and then rise anew into righteousness, because Jesus was sinless and he was righteousness himself. So, but the baptism was a symbol that what we ought to do, that we ought to be baptized, and then we ought to go about doing the work of God, which is exactly what he did. He was baptized. He then went into the wilderness for temptation. As soon as that was done, he went into his mission and preaching the good news, preaching the gospel. So this baptism is an example, brothers and sisters.